Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. Today is the announcement for the month of July.
Even though it's not July,
It's not July yet.
We're getting a little head start
For the month of July and the last week of June.
which is just a couple more days.
Yeah.
But because July is little guy's birthday month, I'm handing over the reins.
Which I think was a bad decision.
But I'm doing it anyways. For the crafts, at least, a lot of the other stuff, I do solo.
Well, here's the thing. There's a theme for the crafts, but that's kind of about it.
Right. Like I said, I'll be doing my regular game reviews and maybe some book reviews and maybe some movie reviews, but probably not. There's really not a lot to go with the theme. And the craft theme is?
I don't know. I don't remember. You just had like what was it, like famous people or something?
No.
I don't remember. I couldn't come up with something.
Yeah.
So you just chose famous people. I couldn't remember. I can't remember. It was like famous people or famous fake people. I don't remember.
No, it's not even close to that.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, it's he wants to do. He's basically wanting to do a bunch of ancient Roman stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing some crafts like that. We may throw in maybe a final faction or something weird.
Maybe.
Or something else. We're also having a little difficulty with a couple of the ingredients for the month.
No, not really.
But like I said, we'll do the regular. Arduino reviews and some game reviews starting this week with a part 2 of the Gamma World series that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And it's kind of going to be a hodgepodge month, except for the crafts, which will mostly be Roman.
The crafts are the only thing that's really any sense of coherency.
Okay. Let's start with the first thing we're going to be doing. No.
Wait, I just realized this month is cursed. Never mind, we're not doing anything this month. It's cursed. We're not going to finish
Little guy picked up this Ballista Kit.
Which we won't use, and it's way too expensive.
We're going to put it together to learn how to make a smaller scale ballistas.
Because this one is not to scale.
It's
really expensive, and you'd be much better off.
Well, it's like $16.
Yeah, again, you'd be better off just buying one.
But we're going to use it to learn how to make ballistas so that we can make little miniature ballistas.
And we'll be using the most cursed object in the history of the channel, which is
wooden cocktail sticks of all kinds. We're going to use all kinds of like popsicle sticks, stir sticks, some craft sticks. You're going to need a lot of wood for this month's craft, and hopefully
we finish, because everything we've ever made with these.
No, that's not true. The mausoleum came out fine.
Mausoleum. What almost happened with the mausoleum?
It was almost cursed.
We spent so long looking for more of these, of the specific size.
Now we have literally thousands of leftovers.
Yes, but maybe we fixed it. But
I think we broke the curse.
Maybe the siege tower, we never finished it. Right. Still haven't finished it, despite the fact that we easily can.
Yeah.
Then the mausoleum. That almost went horribly.
The log cabin was cool.
The log cabin?
Yeah, that was fine. It turned out great.
Well, I don't remember the log cabin being made of these.
The roof.
Oh, the roof. Yes, the roof. Yeah, I suppose. But it wasn't primarily made of these things.
You also need at least one of these larger dowel rods that you can get from Walmart or Hobby Lobby or maybe Michael's. I don't know. We don't shop at Michael's because they suck. But you're going to need one of these dowel rods. It's about approximately a centimeter in diameter. The length, this is a foot, but we're going to chop it roughly in half. Maybe even make 2 of the items.
Perhaps.
But you'll need that. You'll need a crap ton of craft sticks. Put that back in there. You'll also need some milliput. Little guy's favorite.
Least favorite, but I think everybody should have it.
I'm going to use the blue stuff in part of one of the crafts and maybe show you a little bit more on how to use this stuff.
Aware of that.
But it's kind of hard.
Considering our first video about it was awful, not because the video was awful, but because we lied.
Oh yeah, we got the process.
We didn't lie. We just got everything wrong.
And now we've perfected using this stuff. Unfortunately, I'll probably use dental plaster instead of milliput in it to make the one item that I'm thinking about. but we'll see whether we use the milliput or the dental plaster. A couple of chunks of wood, thin, flat pieces. This came from a boat kit from Dollar Store, and I think this will work on the thing with the.
Probably.
Then
No. Yes.
wooden beads. Again, we got these from Walmart, I think. But assorted wooden beads, you're gonna need a lot of those. You're gonna need some foam core. You're gonna need some XPS foam or styrofoam. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Also, if you recall what's over here, the ambush bridge. You can't see it because our camera person is apparently not doing their job today. But if you remember the wedding cake Roman column supports for wedding cakes, we're either gonna go out and buy some more of those. Or use the blue. We'll use the blue stuff and make castings right off that project because.
Or we'll just use.
The little guy's got in his hand some Hearst Arts molds, Roman column bases that we're going to use also in the project.
Perhaps.
Once again, we will be using parts.
I don't think we should be using it, but he wants to use them.
I think it'll work.
I have a better idea.
Okay, if you got a better idea, what is it?
Pringles lids.
Really? You think that's better?
Yes, I do think that's better. It's bigger, but it's also shorter.
Okay, I can see your point there. But you know what we could do? Like that.
Perhaps. So both.
So Pringles
Well,
lids.
you should already have both, considering the fact that
we've been going on.
We go on about how
2 years.
We go on about how you always need to get these things.
They're basically the gumball machine plastic bubbles. This time you won't need the clear part. You'll need the base, the bottom part of the bubbles.
Which is a shock.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, we've used those before. We've used them since the beginning of the channel. And Pringles lids, we've used those for pallets since before we started the channel.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been using them. Oh, God. Yeah, even before that I was using them. But you'll definitely need a lot of those. Also, we backed the Dungeons & Lasers Encounters Kickstarter. We had a little hiccup with that, but I'm going to talk to the guys over at Archon Studio to make sure we can fix that issue, to make sure our order goes through the way we want. But if you haven't already checked it out, go and check out the Archon Studios online store because they have some really cool stuff. If you haven't seen all of our many Archon Studio and Dungeons & Lasers videos, you know, that's how we got our start with the channel. And
it's really the only reason we ever started.
Right, and we're coming up on, the 2-year mark in August, and we really want to do something special. We're also supposed to be getting our Dungeons & Lasers 3 pledge in, hopefully in the next 3 to 4 weeks, as they said. We still haven't received it, which, is fine because our order was kind of small because we did the rapid delivery, and that split the order
most
in
of the stuff was in the rapid delivery.
Right, but we'll be doing some of that. We might even do some Dungeons & Lasers this month, but we'll see
Maybe
how
not
that goes. Also, Rampart's supposed to be shipping soon. And also, there's another Kickstarter that I'm not sure if we're going to go in on. It is the Snapships Tactics, which is, if you remember our Snapships videos, where it's a product where you can build your own sort of Lego-like spaceships with really cool modular pieces that you can make, literally, an infinite number of spaceships if you buy even just 1 or 2 of the kits, at like $10 a piece. They're super cheap right now too. But the Snapships Tactics is literally a board game, war game, where you build a ship and you battle somebody else's ship. And the Kickstarter is about $100, which I think is actually a little steep considering the price of 2 ships and the rules and everything to put it together. I'm going to look at it again, but it seems a little pricey for what you get. And bad news, the Warzone Eternal or whatever it was called Kickstarter flopped and will be coming back out at some other point. I think they realized they also were asking for too much money in this particular economy right now. Nobody could really afford to do what they're asking for. The prices are just too much. $40 for 5 miniatures is just wacko jacko, if you ask me. I don't care how many different extra little bells and whistles, alternate heads and arms and guns you throw in with 5 miniatures. $40 is just way too much. I may be off on the price, but I'm pretty sure it was like $40 for one squad, and I'm like, unless you're trying to get, Games Workshop's attention by saying look what we can do. It was just completely ridiculous for the price of 5 miniatures. I pledged for the book, the Warzone game manual, whatever you want to call it, and that was $25. I'm like, that's a good deal. $25 for a rule book. Okay, hardcover, a couple hundred pages. That's about right. But then the miniatures, and they didn't even have that many miniatures to choose from. Like 1 or 2 squads from some of the corporations, not quite all of them, and only Algaroth and no real Brotherhood. Like, well, no Brotherhood, I'm not really interested. That's just really not enough. You forgetting something?
I think we are, yes.
You want to do the Dragon of the Month? Because I think that's all that's left.
I believe so, after your long speech.
Yeah, I do that. I'm an old guy. That's what
Yeah, you do that.
Okay, you want to show them what the Dragon of the Month is?
Yes, I do. Now, I was going to say this, which I thought was the plan, but he went on. So, we are going to be going back to doing Archon Dragons. Specifically, 2 reasons. Because 1, last time we did these, mine was bad, and I want to do a better one. And 2, because, well, the new Kickstarter, and we're going to be getting ours soon. So I thought, what better way to celebrate than to do them again?
So you got a 2 for 1. We'll each be doing a dragon in a different color scheme. We're not going to bother opening them up right now because you've seen us do this before, but he felt a little self-conscious about the way his turned out. I thought it was pretty good.
I didn't.
But this time he's doing something really, really different. And I'm probably going to do something really, really simple.
I still don't know what he's going to do, but I think I have a good idea what he's going to do.
You got a pretty good idea. It's kind of a color scheme you've seen from us.
Is it the one or the second one?
We did it last weekend.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, so...
I was kind of hoping you went back to the old style, but...
well, we'll see. Maybe
we get there when we get there, and we get there very soon.
Yeah, but hopefully there'll be enough time to get these put together by the weekend, so that we can both start painting these dragons. I gotta assemble them and primer them and get 2 of them ready in 5 days. I could do 1 a day roughly, without just doing nothing but this. So hopefully there'll be enough time to do the 2 Xeno Dragons. That'll give us 4 Xeno Dragons. What an encounter that would make, huh?
No.
No? You don't like that idea?
I mean, they're all different colors, meaning they're all supposed to go in different places, so it'd be weird to have them all in the same place. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, of course, the way you paint something doesn't have to dictate where you put it and how you use it, but I guess because I don't know, I think that they should be.
Yeah, I can see that. We still.
I don't think you should use 4 of these in the same place for 2 reasons. One, these are insects, and typically, considering I assume this is meant to be a queen of some kind, typically you don't have multiple of them.
Yeah, I don't
and
really
typically
think they're insects. I think they're more reptilian.
They don't look reptilian to me
at
all.
They don't look insectoid either, though. They're aliens.
I don't know. They're
aliens.
They're aliens, and assuming that, considering this whole, they clearly are inspired by the movie Alien, and considering those used a hive mind, eusocial insects, eusocial animals typically don't have multiple queens.
Right.
Typically they only have one, and if there is another one, usually they don't like each other. Either they get kicked out and leave, form their own colony, their own hive, or they get killed and take over or stay in power. So I don't think it makes much sense to have multiple of them in the same place, including the fact that they're all painted differently, therefore they should all be in different locations.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Do you really want to paint up
Yes.
the one of the Xeno layers
Yes.
in that color scheme?
Yes, I do.
Oh god, that's gonna be weird. That's gonna be weird.
I always wanted to do one.
You could do
I
one
wanted
set
to
of
do
Xeno layers in that color
Yes,
scheme.
I've always wanted to do one green, then the purple one, then a red one to be the interior of a creature, like red and white bone stuff, and then this color.
What about the blue and purple?
I said that, blue.
Oh, okay.
Blue and purple.
Okay. So there you have it for this month and a couple extra days.
Yeah, as well as a few long things, long rants, tangents, whatever you want to call them.
So
But
I
I
hope
don't
you
think
guys will follow along, craft along with us, and generally just have a good time for the rest of the summer. Well, the rest of July. Let's just put it that way. We'll still have some summer left in August and September, but from all of us here at the Shadow and Sun Show, we hope you guys have had a great summer so far, and will hang out with us for all this month and see what we come up with and what we can pull out of our hats. Anything else you want to add before we hit the road?
No, not really.
All right. Well,
I think
thanks.
that's about it.
Thanks for everything, folks. We really love you guys, and we really appreciate all you guys have done for us. We'll see you guys real soon, and
Good night.
bye, everybody.